I'm out here in the heat, man, talking. Why is it that when we talk about African American comedy, the urban scene, many comedians' names come up in the rankings? Top 5, top 10, top 20, top 50. But Patrice O'Neal's name is not mentioned at all. And I want to have a conversation about it. Why is it that we in 2023, and I've seen a lot of documentaries of recent years, Why We Laugh, Right to Offend, and Patrice don't even get a mention, bro. He passed away. It's been about 10, should be about 10 years now, a little over. He dropped 2 specials, I think 3 in all. He did Elephant in the Room, One Night Stand, and Mr. P. They got a lot of open mic specials. Open mic shows online. You can see. Then he was on the Opie and Andy's show for years. A lot of podcasts. But when the time comes to talk about him in the urban scene, it's like he was even on Def Comedy Jam. His name don't even come up at all. He's not even in most. If you talk about most African American comedians of recent times, he ain't even brought up at all, bro. And I just want to know why. Why we're not bringing up Patrice O'Neal's name when we talk about the comedy and the great African American comedians just in general, but he doesn't come up amongst his own folks that much. And it could be he was on Def Comedy Jam, but his audience at times were very diverse. They were diverse. He had white, black, everybody come to see his show. So in that regard, it could be that's a factor in it. But when you listen to his material, man, Patrice material can go with anybody, So that's a conversation that I feel that needs to be had on the comedy scene. Why this man's name don't come up at all? Not even honorable mention. But one of the greats that has graced the stage, man. The next documentary that comes out that talks about black comedy, African American history, and go down the ranks again, talking and talking. Patrice O'Neal's name has to come up, bro. It has to come up. We're going into 2024, and yet I don't hear his name coming up as one of the top comedians, but as one of the top black comedians specifically that graced the stage. And at the time of his death, he was only getting better. He was getting greater, man. He was progressing. Big dude, man. And he's a big guy. I think he was like 6'4", 6'5". Weighed probably about 270, 80. Big dude. And why is Patrice O'Neal in a way, and to me, it seemed like Patrice O'Neal has been blacked out. I know, right? Blacked out of the black comedy scene. The urban comedy scene, he's been blacked out. It's not even been talked about, man. Like, yo, Is it a conversation that if you talk about Patrice O'Neal in urban comedy and what he meant as a black comedian, because he was fired now, he could step in any scene and really rock it. You can't talk about, no. Patrice could step on any of them and rock it. So we like to do that. We say black people the hardest to laugh, but Patrice can do that. And it's not even a conversation. Is it Patrice O'Neal being purposely ignored? Because if you acknowledge Patrice O'Neal, will it shatter certain rules of comedy, specifically in urban comedy? Will it shatter that? There's a reason why Patrice O'Neal's name is being ignored in the game. I have my theories. That's one of them. Does it shatter the rules? Do things have to be adjusted? Because here was a comedian that has to be reckoned with, and he's not even being acknowledged like that. Not even in the documentaries since his death. Not even in documentaries. I'm the type of guy, I don't like try to purposely ignore someone. If that's you know what I'm saying. That's they're about it. They're the real deal. Then let's face it. Let's face them. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have my theories. Like I said, I feel like it can. Did he follow the rules, or did he break the rules? And I think the latter. I think Patrice broke some rules that will put him away. Not yet, but definitely put him outside of the history of current talks of black comedy, humor, urban scene. I think if you look into Patrice, he does break rules in that regard, and as a result of that, maybe that's why his name isn't mentioned. That's something to talk about. You know, I mean, you hear his name every once in a while, but not like what I mean. It's not like where does Patrice O'Neal rank in the stand-up scene of urban comedy? Like where is Patrice O'Neal rankings in that? That's what I want to know. I don't know where he's ranking at in the amongst his amongst the predominantly black comedians. Where is he ranking at? Is he there? Because he was able to get 3 specials out. He was able to do something for his death. 3 specials. And he showed up on some roastings and pods, but he was active. And to not even mention him in that regard is interesting to me. It's interesting how Patrice is ghost on the urban comedy scene. As far as history goes, it's not talked about. I mean, geez, the rankings is not even there. It's not even in the rankings. Some people are still trying to. Maybe some people haven't heard about him yet. I don't know. But most comedians, they're vets in the game, long years, 20, 30 years under their belt. Around his age, they know of have heard of Patrice O'Neal. So let's talk about it. Where does Why is Patrice O'Neal ignored when it comes down to one of the great African American comedians?